Good morning. This is our last week. Not a morning meeting. Next week we have awards, and then we have Mr. McMullen addressing us. But last week of student presentations, and the juniors or the upper mids down here, I wanted to remind you that, next year you'll be seniors. You're rising seniors, right? And the seniors have the privilege of speaking, if they'd like to, in morning meeting. And a lot of seniors tend to want to speak in the spring, and we usually have so many requests we have to double and triple, and sometimes it's hard to get everyone in. I think we've got pretty much everyone who wanted to speak in this year, but it's always nice to mix it up in the fall and the winter with a combination of faculty, outside speakers, and students. So those of you who would like to speak, maybe next fall, or it'd be great before you leave if you could email me and let me know. If you think tentatively, and then I'll think about time. You'd probably be in October and November and early December in those blocks there. But I really would like to have 7 or 8 of you, because it's good to have that blend. We don't want to have all teachers up here. We don't want to have all outside speakers. We want to hear from you. Okay, so email me. I'll remind you with an email. Okay, and with that, our first student speaker.
Oh, I'm curious what T. Rowe's doing right now. Oh my God. Tommy, your room's dirty, gross. Jesus Christ.
Don't judge. Don't judge.
Alright, I'm sorry.
It's just a room.
So, what are you doing right now?
Well, I'm writing my senior speech, actually.
Senior speech?
Yeah.
Oh, are you giving it tomorrow?
Well, yeah, I was going to,
But you have AP Econ, don't you? That blows.
Killer. Yeah.
What are you gonna do then? Why are you writing it for then?
I don't know. Maybe I could send it to news or something?
No, Tommy. What? News? Nobody's gonna read it.
Well, I don't read news, but maybe someone will.
Hey, what we could do is just film it right now.
And right now?
Like right now.
You mean with the camera?
Yes.
That's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, I think we'll just do that right now then.
Alright, you know what? Here we go. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Tommy Rowe, I'm a 3-year senior. What I'd like to tell you all is pretty brief, but don't worry. But it is, at the very least, something that's really important to me. Now, if you do one thing, just one thing at TAF, I want you to branch out a little bit, Obviously, Walter, what are you doing?
Sorry.
Thank you, it's so creepy. Now, obviously, do something within your means. Don't go up to the gym and do a 20-minute erg piece when you're too gangly to even be up at the gym. When people ask you, oh, all right, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. Or if people laugh at you when you say, I'm going to go work out today. Do something within reason. Just an example. This year I started a music blog-like thing. It was really meant to have TAF students share all of their diverse music tastes. The TAF music collection, as John and Isaac and I called it, it was just something to help people share their music. And in the few issues of the TMC 10 we did put out, well, it was kind of a big hit. And another, I decided to completely give up on sports. I wouldn't be fighting for the 7th spot of 8 on the 3rd TAF tennis team anymore, or get kicked off the ski team by the coach who happens to be a hot dog vendor. I decided to do every play I could. Whether I was playing a clinically insane man with a 6.5-foot tall rabbit for a best friend, or a bishop who had a very, very hard time articulating himself, I found that acting was much easier than any sorry attempt at physical activity. This year has been a whirlwind year for me. Got into Oriokos, got elected a school mom, got a lead in the play, all because I just, branched out a little bit. I'll just tell you that knowing that your classmates have enough respect for you to elect you to a position, or when you look out in a crowd and you see all the people who are genuinely excited to see you perform, it's a really good feeling. And one more piece of advice. I just want to encourage all of you not to subscribe to a specific group of friends. I certainly don't. Let's say, at night, maybe I'm in Z's room playing cards with Fareed and Turkey.
2 kings, I swear to God, 2 kings.
Okay.
2 kings, I was mistaken.
1 king. 1/4.
What?
Maybe in the band group, jamming with Will, Jerry, and Zach. Not very well. Maybe some other time I'm in the jig. Maybe once, maybe twice. I don't think I've been there that often. Now, I don't really like to give shout outs, but there are 3 people. Taeyoung Woo, David Hankey, and Sam McIntyre. Very different views, very different people. But they all have 2 things in common. One, at one time or another, they were all my roommate. And 2, they all have singles now. I don't know if that has to do with me, but thank you, gentlemen, for dealing with me for as long as you did. Now, as the days dwindle toward graduation, don't be afraid to get a little retrospective. Think about all those seniors you're never, ever gonna see again. Well, maybe if they come back once or twice, or maybe they won't because they're out of the country. Well, I mean, if they never come back, I guess that'd be okay. But one last thing. Make the most of your time here, whether that's 3 more years or just 10 more days. Thanks, everybody.
First day of school, first class of the day. Picture tans, pastels, pearls, and Jack Rogers. I was wearing black pants, a black and white striped shirt, and of course, I was wearing heels. I thought I looked elegant, but later found out at Taft my outfit was closer to goth than anything else. When I began my Taft career as a new junior, I had absolutely no idea what I had gotten myself into. Prep life was something absolutely unknown to me. After a couple of months, I felt as unattached and indifferent as in the beginning. You know how sometimes you meet somebody new and they become an instant friend because you have so much in common? That didn't happen to me. Instead, I felt disconnected and unrecognized. This lack of connection made me think of home, the family and friends I left behind. At times, I would feel desolation taking over me, an idea taunting my mind. Could this possibly have been the wrong choice for me? It has been 20 months since I first came to Taft. That's roughly 600 days. As I was writing the speech with 2 weeks until graduation, I still feel like I just got here, and somehow as misunderstood as ever. I am far from the perfect Taftie. I could have worked harder, I could have been more social, I could have been nicer, and I could have actually joined a sport team and actually played a sport. Instead, I was unconventional and stubborn. As excited and cheerful and as miserable as I felt at Taft, I have come to a couple of conclusions about myself and my time here. For starters, choosing to manage the football team was the best decision I could have ever made. I got to know guys from different classes and different friend groups, and I felt like part of a family. My Taft experience would not be the same if I was not friends with people from the class of 2014 like I am with the people from my own class. I also learned that people will judge you. No matter what you do, what you wear, there will always be someone who won't like it. I could have conformed and worn Jack Rogers instead of heels, a cardigan instead of fur, but I didn't. I also learned that it's okay to wear colors, but you probably don't care about that. Most importantly, I learned that coming to Taft was not a mistake and was worth the sacrifices I made. As I come to morning meeting, probably for the last time, I leave you with some suggestions. Step outside of your comfort zone. A place like Taft has a wide range of nationalities, ethnicities, interests, and hobbies. When you graduate, you want to feel like you've exploited this opportunity and understand other cultures and have gained more perspective. Dare to be different. Be nice to each other. Lastly, you will survive. The Saturday nights you will when you sat in your room thinking of what you could have been doing if you were not here are inconsequential compared to the benefits you will get from Taft, the friends you will make, the teachers you will learn from. Now I'll say something I thought I never would say. I will actually miss Taft. More than anything, I will miss the people I've met, the friends I've made. Next year, I will wish I could come and cheer on the football team. Come and sing with Hydrox, even though you might not believe that, and getting in trouble for my chosen apparel, seeing my underclassmen friends in the hall and just smiling. No matter how different, unconventional, and alternative you are, you'll find your place at Taft. If you can't, make it. I'm proof that even though you might leave with a couple of bad experiences, you'll leave with good and unforgettable memories. Thank you.
Hello all. My name is Walter Yu. I'm a four-year senior, and apparently this is the last senior speech. So.
When it's music that you need and the rhythm's up to speed, put your arms around me when you hear the sound, the sound. If your passion's for the beat, come on, get up off your seat. Let the sound surround you, break the boundaries down, down. Don't you wanna live like you've already lived? Don't you wanna use what you've been given? I don't wanna live like I've already lived, but I do wanna get busy living. Don't you wanna live like you've already lived? Don't you wanna use what you've been given? I don't wanna live like I've already lived, but I do
This is a final boarding call for passengers Cheesehead. Mr. Cheese, please get on your plane dive. Thank you.
So, for nearly 18 years of my life, I had not lived for myself. And now I'm ready to live as a suitcase. So, get busy living. Thank you.